Testosterone makes effort feel good. The modern man has low testosterone, which causes poor mood, low motivation, depression. Everyone now is kind of skinny fat because of low testosterone. And being skinny fat is the worst because you don't have the benefits of being skinny, which is means you just don't have fat, and you can still kind of have like a six pack. And you don't have the benefits of being fat, which is like you're big and strong and you probably have a bit of muscle under there. It's just that the fat's covering it up. When you're skinny fat, you have no muscle, but you have fat at the same time. And it's just like the little flabby physique, probably the most unattractive physique you can have. Also causes erectile dysfunction. Low testosterone is not something you want. But what are the benefits of high testosterone? First off, you build muscles at a faster rate. If you want to build a body that is attractive to girls, click the top link in the description right now. High testosterone also increases strength gains. So when you have higher testosterone, you'll be stronger, just in every way. Not just in the bench press, but you'll win more arm wrestles. You're stronger in all areas. High testosterone also increases energy, so you're more energetic throughout the day, and that could be related to its function of making effort feel good. When you do a high exertion activity like squats, it boosts testosterone because you're doing something hard and your body responds by giving you testosterone. But it also works the inverse way. So having high testosterone will allow you to do those things better because you'll feel more energized because hard work will feel good. You know those times in the gym when you're struggling to lift the weight, you're trying to go to failure, but you just don't want to. It just feels like there's so much friction to train to failure. You don't want to do it. It feels horrible. You feel hot and sweaty. You don't feel like training to failure is good. That's because you have low testosterone. If you watch this guide on boosting and optimizing testosterone, you'll increase your testosterone so that you can build muscle faster and attract girls. Testosterone also increases mood, so it makes you just in a better mood all the time, which will make you more likely to hit that workout. Having high testosterone means you burn fat at a faster rate. So it's basically the opposite of skinny fat. It increases muscle and decreases fat. So who wouldn't want higher testosterone? Exactly. I'm going to give you 11 effective ways that I know I've tried personally. I've tried personally, and I promise that if you follow all these steps, you will increase your testosterone. Number 1, intense exercise. This could be resistance training or sprints. These are the two most intense ones I can think of right now. And these are the ones that I think are most applicable and that are available to everyone. Bless you. So resistance training. This can be calisthenics or weightlifting. As you know, I often prefer weightlifting over calisthenics because there's more options. And usually you can push yourself harder. It's harder to do a set of push-ups till failure than it is to do a set of machine chest press to failure. You can adjust the weight, and it's got a fixed path, so you can focus all your effort on pushing harder rather than focusing on the exact form you have to do, which is what we want. So to increase the intensity, you have to train closer to failure. Failure is when you're attempting to when you're attempting the rep, so you're going for the push, you're attempting the rep, Well, if it's bicep curls, you're attempting to curl it, but because of fatigue, your muscles physically can't make the contraction. Like, they can't bring it up. It's not that. It's not that you're just too tired and you can't lift it up. It's that the muscle physically can't make that contraction at that weight. That's what failure is. If you want to increase testosterone, do intense exercise. So train to failure at the gym. This will also build muscle at a faster rate. For sprints, it's pretty self-explanatory. Everyone knows how to sprint. Sprinting is like a very intense movement. You're using your whole body. You're going all out for maybe 10 to 30 seconds. And then at the end, you feel a little bit, I don't know what's the feeling, but I don't know how to articulate the feeling, but it's because the endorphins and you're putting out such a high intensity. You feel good after, but it's really intense. Sprints, you could also do them on like a bike. So if you have a stationary bike at the gym, obviously you have to do a warm up before these because they're very intense. You don't want to get injured. You go on the stationary bike at the gym, do like a 2-minute warm up, maybe 5-minute warm up if you're going to go out 100%. And then for 30 seconds, pedal as hard as you can. If you know it will say like a wattage, try get that wattage as high as possible. The highest I've got is like 1,200 watts. And that's when you know you're pushing your limits, when you're getting that as high as possible. Number 2, decrease your body fat percentage. As we mentioned before, having higher testosterone decreases your body fat percentage. So more testosterone equals less fat. Therefore, if you want to increase your testosterone, you must decrease your body fat. It's like, if you decrease your body fat, you'll increase your testosterone. And when your testosterone's increased, it'll decrease your body fat. The ideal range for men, I would say, is between 10 and 15. At this range, you can still have abs. At 15, you can still have abs if you train them. People say the abs are made in the kitchen, but they're built in the gym. So 10 to 15% body fat is what I would recommend personally. It's where you're not too fat that you just feel shit because you're fat. You're not slow and sluggish. You can still be explosive. You can still be athletic. But it's also a body fat percentage where you can your muscles are like more defined because there's less fat on them. 10 to 15 body fat is where you can have an aesthetic body and have good testosterone levels. Number 3, go outside and get vitamin D. Not that hard. Just go outside, get sunlight in your eyes, which will increase production of vitamin D. Vitamin D has been shown that it increases testosterone. That one's pretty easy. Go for a walk in the morning, get sunlight in your eyes. Even better, go for a run shirtless. The more skin that's exposed to the sun, the greater increase you'll get in vitamin D production. I don't know the exact science, but just know this: sunlight equals testosterone. The more skin that's exposed to sunlight, the more testosterone you'll get. Number 4, diet. So there's a couple things here. I heard. So testosterone, I don't know exactly the science behind it. Go to Andrew Huberman's channel if you want the full explanation, but it's something like cholesterol is a precursor to testosterone. So therefore, if we increase cholesterol, we can increase testosterone. However, everyone says that, cholesterol's bad. Cholesterol, you'll die, heart failure, blood, whatever. It's pretty controversial right now, but if you want to increase your testosterone, it is proven that increasing cholesterol will do that. And I think that there are more studies coming out now that are proving that cholesterol isn't as bad as we thought it was. especially like eggs are not as bad as we thought. Eggs were really bad for cholesterol, but that they're actually very healthy. So my 3 favorite things for the cholesterol is red meat, eggs, and butter. Red meat being beef, like lamb, pork, that stuff. And you don't have to cut the fat off it because that's where the cholesterol is. So having fatty meat, having eggs. In eggs, the fat is in the yolk, so the yellow bit, and the protein's in the white, which is the white bit. Red meat and eggs, have them every day. I like having 6 eggs in the morning. You can notice a difference. Like my friends have told me when they've got on eating like 6 eggs a day, they've noticed a like increase in testosterone. They've noticed like being harder all the time. Red meat as well. I don't know if this is related at all, but the cavemen would have eaten a lot of red meat. So you just feel like a man when you're eating like a big steak. Yeah, high protein as well. Butter, just cook butter. Put butter in whenever you're cooking, just use butter. Don't use. And when I say butter, I mean like the one, the tin foil. Like the one that comes in like the brick tin foil that's kind of hard. Not that soft like Lure Park shit like that. That's like got soy and shit. That's the bad one. Get the butter, only the one in the tin foil. That's the non-estrogenic butter. The butter where it's like they use seed oils and shit. No, that decreases testosterone. So get the one, I think you know the one in the tin foil. Easy. The 2 other things that I've heard can increase testosterone. Brazil nuts and zinc. So Brazil nuts have selenium, which I'm pretty sure it's been shown to increase testosterone. So it's in the 4-hour body. If you've read that, I said like have like 5 Brazil nuts a day. Pretty easy. Make it a habit, and you could supplement with zinc, which is what I do. I also supplement with fish oil, so omega-3s. I'm not exactly sure if that increases testosterone, but like I've been talking to one of the like, massive bodybuilders at my gym, and he's told me to take it. So I'll learn from the experts. Number 5 is the right amount of stress. We don't want too much stress because having too much stress, overtraining, like being worried and anxious all the time, will decrease testosterone. Pretty self-explanatory, right? Everyone says stress is bad for you. That's true. If you have too much stress, it can be bad for you. However, what people don't talk about is that if you don't have enough stress, you will have lowered testosterone as well, because your body says, all right, if we're just going to watch Netflix all day, sit on the couch, why does he need testosterone? I'm going to give him love handles. I'm going to give him fat so he can be comfy when he's lying down. Most of you watching are probably pussies, right? You're probably thinking, oh no, that's not me. Nah, it is. How many hours of exercise did you do today? I guarantee that 90% of people watching are in that boat. So you're in the boat where you're not putting enough stress on your body to cause a increase in testosterone production. Maybe about 10% of the viewers are actually doing enough or doing too much. Probably not too much, actually. It's pretty hard to overtrain. You have to be doing a lot of shit. And all the doctors I've talked to, like whenever I go to the doctor, I always ask them about like what's the upper limit of exercise. They always tell me there's pretty much no upper limit. If you train and your body adapts, it will adapt to a crazy amount. Every single doctor I've asked always tells me there's pretty much no upper limit, and you can do as much exercise as you can. So I will be more worried about not putting enough stress on your body. If you do 10 sets of hack squat to failure, if anyone who's done like squats, hack squats, pendulum squats, Smith machine squats, every type of squat, is like super painful, right? It uses your whole body. It's probably one of the most intense exercises you can do at the gym. Maybe also deadlifts, because it's like a big compound movement, uses a lot of muscles. So imagine doing 10 sets of that to failure. Do you think your testosterone's not going to go up? Your body's going to be like in a shit ton of pain. Your body's thinking, what the hell is this guy doing to me? He's doing 10 sets on hack squat to failure. It's going to respond by increasing testosterone. Number 6, semen retention. So what semen retention means is basically not ejaculating, which means you can still have sex, but you just can't finish. Like you can't ejaculate. The reason, like the bro science reason that this increases testosterone is that, think about this. If a man has a full belly and empty balls, he will have low testosterone because his body doesn't need to change. His body is happy where it is. As like caveman ancestors, the cavemen would have, when they were full, they get a reward, right? It's only when they're hungry and their balls are full that they had more testosterone, because they needed to get from point A to point B. They needed to hunt, so they needed to chase down and kill an animal so they could eat. When you have like a full belly, empty balls, your body thinks, okay, we've already achieved we can reproduce now. Like you go into the rest and digest, relaxation time. That's not what testosterone is for. Testosterone is made so we can go out there, kill a deer. I don't know. That's my explanation. When you have like full balls, when you have full balls, your body thinks, oh, we don't have a mating partner. We can't reproduce, so we need to get better in order so that we can attract a mate. When you have empty balls, your body thinks, oh, okay, we've already found a mate. We've already spread our seed, so we don't need to. Where we can just pretty much die now. Where we can just relax, be chill. Is that what you want? What do you want? The full balls and an empty stomach, having that hunger, that drive, which will increase your testosterone. Number 7, sleep. Most people think sleep's number 1. You have to get optimal sleep. Andrew Huberman said sleep. But think about this. Most of the successful men, a lot of the successful men were sleep deprived. Scientists were sleep deprived. They slept like they were working all the time, 4, 5 hours of sleep maybe. Think about the military guys, like the special forces guys. They raid houses at 3 a.m. again and again, night after night after night, probably on like maybe 2 hours of sleep. They go on raids in the middle of the night. Yet they're some of the tough. They are the toughest guys in the whole world. Who's tougher than special forces? The toughest men in the world are sleep deprived. That doesn't mean you have to go out there and play video games all night and then pull an all-nighter and say, oh yeah, aha. Sleep is correlated to testosterone. So more sleep showed a slight trend in high testosterone. But in some studies, it actually wasn't that significant. So I put sleep in here. The more sleep, the better. But you don't have to worry if you missed one night you had one night of bad sleep. Don't be like these guys who have a bad night of sleep, check their Whoop tracker, and it says, you didn't get enough rest, so they just take a day off. No, that's not what the special forces guys do. It's not what the top men. You think that's what bodybuilders do? No, it's not what they do. The toughest guys, I'm not saying bodybuilders are, but the tough guys, the successful guys with high testosterone don't take days off when they had a bad sleep. They push through it and they get good sleep the next day. Number 8, posture. Now, I'm going to be honest. I actually don't know how effective this is. And it kind of seems silly, but there's been some evidence that having good posture, so standing up straight with your shoulders back, rule 1, Jordan Peterson. It's been shown that, having good posture, having open posture, man spreading, all increases testosterone. So if you're watching the video now, just check your posture. I don't want you to be probably, right now, I bet you're probably hunched over right now, aren't you? You're probably watching this video with a little curved back. Are your legs crossed right now? Bro, are your legs crossed right now? Uncross that shit, bro. Sit like this. Yeah. Never cross your legs. When you cross your legs, you heat up your balls, which decreases testosterone or whatever. Just sit like how you think just think about how the military guys sit. Did the military guys sit like this? Nah, they spread their legs, bro. They open them up. Get a bit of man spread in there. Yeah. Lean back on your chair. Yeah. That's exactly right. Have good posture. If it doesn't increase testosterone, so be it. But why not? Why not look like you have high testosterone? Fake it till you make it. Now, the last 3 things are things to avoid. And this is BPA, soy, and just drugs and alcohol in general. BPA is that it's basically, I'm actually not exactly sure what it is, but it's some type of plastic. And it's like very bad for testosterone. It's shown to increase it binds to the estrogen receptors or some shit. But whatever it is, it decreases testosterone, which is not good. This BPA is probably one of the reasons that testosterone is so low now. Like in caveman times, it's like 2,000 nanograms per deciliter above. Like just 100 years ago, 200 years ago, it was like 1,000 nanograms. Now the average is like 300 or something, like 300 to 700. Shut the fuck up, bro. Let's get to 1,000 at least. 1,000 testosterone. 1,000 nanograms per deciliter. That's a good number to go for. So avoid BPA. Avoid plastic. Don't use plastic water bottles. Drink out of glass like this. Or drink out of metal. So I've got a metal water bottle, and at home I just drink through glass. Ceramic is okay too. Just avoid plastic at all costs. Maybe not at all costs, but whenever you can, choose other materials. Avoid receipts. Receipts have really high amounts of BPA. And if a plastic says it's BPA free, it might not even be better than just like a number one, because there's also like BPS, BPF, and companies just use that instead when it's pretty much the exact same thing. So these bitch ass companies like trying to scam you. Just go for the safe option and choose metal, glass, wood, whatever. Just avoid plastic. That's all I can tell you. Avoid receipts and plastic. Next thing is soy. This one's a little bit controversial. The BPA one, I'm 100% sure I can say with certainty, BPA decreases testosterone. Studies have shown that. But soy is like a little bit controversial. I'll just avoid it, because why would I risk having low testosterone? If it does decrease testosterone, then I'm just decreasing my testosterone by eating soy. But if it doesn't, okay, no harm done. may as well stick on the safe side. So you can search up right now the foods you eat, see if they have soy, like tofu. What else? I don't know. They put soy in the fake butter, the seed oils. Avoid seed oils as well. I didn't mention that. Yeah, just avoid soy. Pretty easy. I'm pretty sure soy has been shown to increase estrogen and have like the effect of counteracting testosterone. But yeah, just avoid that. And then obviously, lastly, avoid drugs, alcohol. These are very obvious. You'd be stupid if you don't know these. Like honestly, like what the fuck are you doing if you don't know alcohol decreases testosterone? Alcohol, any type of drugs, like that includes like a lot of medicines that doctors will prescribe decrease testosterone as like a side effect. So just ask them when next time you're gonna take a pill from the doctor. Ask them like, what are the side effects? Does this affect testosterone? Because you'd be surprised how many things decrease testosterone. So avoid alcohol, any other type of drugs, including like the ones the doctor gives you. Ask them side effects. Easy. So that was my full guide on testosterone, I guess. The recap: testosterone increases muscle growth, which is what we want. If you want to build that 10 out of 10 body that is attractive, if you want to increase your testosterone so you can build a more muscular physique, a strong physique, which will attract girls, click the top link in the description below.